Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, what I like to do is to create videos that I would have found helpful when I first got out looking for treasure. Things like gold and silver at garage sales and thrift shops. Today, this is a box that I purchased off of an online auction. And we're just going to see if what I thought I saw in the pictures is in this box. Now, I suspect that the jewelry people are probably going to be able to tell me all sorts of stuff, because there was one thing that I saw in this auction that I thought it was worth getting for, and there was a lot of stuff in this one. So as I go through this might end up being 2 videos, we'll see. But as I go through this, definitely leave any comments on whatever you find interesting, and I'll make sure to try to keep all of these, should be pins and brooches, in a solidly functional state. I think pretty much everything I saw in this auction looked like it was perfectly good to use. So I'm going to be very, very gentle and hope that the parcel service did not. Oh, hey, money. That's handy. A little refund, I think, for shipping. Shipping wasn't as expensive. I've never gotten a refund that way, but yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah. Are we good? I don't know. Shall we start off with the piece that I bought this for, and we'll find out if I'm a happy camper or if I need to do a bunch of reselling. So if you've been on my channel for a while, you'll know I really like these little pins. This one, though, I'm thinking is probably not good, because I don't, we'll see. I don't know. So when you're evaluating these, what you want to look for is you want to see if the stones are actually set or if they're glued in. And I can't tell with this one. What do you folks think? Think each of those stones is set in or staked in? All right, well, let's see if we have anything on the back to tell us what's going on. No markings. Boy, it sure looks like gold, though, doesn't it, on the sides? No, I think we're probably good. So what we'll do is we'll test this at the end. Yeah, it looks like that stone's in there. And we will do one little quick test right here. And one of my favorite things. Anyone who's been watching my channel knows what's coming. Yep, rubies. Rubies glow like nobody's business. And I just can't get enough of that. So at least it has rubies in it. We will test this thing at the end, and we'll see if we have gold, and if it was actually worth purchasing this. I'm thinking this is gold, though, because it does look like each of those stones is set in. So I think we're probably good. But what we'll do is we'll you know what? We'll pause and we'll test it right now. Sorry for all you folks who want to see me go through these pins, but I just gotta know. All right. Did we scrape off any? Yeah, we might have. This might be plate. Let's just do a little more right there, just to check. Okay. And then I'm going to hit with 10 karat test acid. Well, what do you know? So for those that haven't actually been using this acid before, there's different level acids which will eat through lower grades of gold. But here you can see that we still have something there. Is it going away? Doesn't look like it. We're going to try some, that's 18. I want 14. I've never seen one of these as 18 carats, so I'm just going to do and see if it's... Did you see how that immediately went away? But how the 10 carats staying there? So I think we have our fairly typical, for these types of pins, 10 karat gold. Well, awesome. All right, let me pause. I will clean this up. All right, and for you gold bugs out there, I will say this thing is definitely heavy. It's got that feel of gold. So let's see about how much we got, and then we can get into the rest of the pins. We are at 3 grams. Now, mind you, there's the pin and then there's the stones, but, you know, we can say roughly 3 grams. So, did we make our money back? I paid 80 bucks for this auction because I was excited to grab that. So, if we've got 3 grams times 93, which is about how much it is a gram right now, times, because this was 10 karat, times 0.416, because it's 10 karat. So, we paid 80 bucks for $116 worth of gold. Maybe not my best ratio, but you know what? I am happy. And you know what we have? We have the potential for Lord knows what in all of this. So without further ado, for my jewelry-oriented audience, let's start digging. All right, what do we got here? Got a little horseshoe. Kind of interesting. Looks like, is that verdigris on there? Huh. Almost looks like silver, but then this doesn't. Well, I'm not sure. Any markings? I wonder if the horseshoe is silver, but the pin isn't. Now, for the rest of this video, frankly, we're going to be going way outside of my comfort zone. I don't know jewelry all that well. I have been able to learn precious metals, and most of my channel is about helping people to be able to spot precious metals and scoop them up for cheap. That's what I want you to be able to do. And that's what I do feel comfortable with doing, and that's what I do. When it comes to what actual jewelry is, and what costume jewelry is valued at, I am still absolutely new to this. This sure looks like silver. We're going to set that aside. Maybe we'll test that at the end of our video. Let's have a look here at this piece. So here's a good example of like when I would say, you know, you're looking at costume. Where I was talking earlier about all the stones being glued in. So we're missing all of these pearls. We're missing a rhinestone here. And these were all glued in. So that's very clearly costume jewelry. And that's probably, from what my neighbor tells me, who does a lot of this kind of jewelry work, something you might harvest stones out of, but there's too many stones missing to really be able to repair it. So we're going to put that into one pile of stuff to be harvested for repairs. And then we're just going to keep going here. We'll deploy our trusty magnet. We'll see what else we might have. That looks like it's just costume. Yeah, you can tell from the glued on pin. Here we have these little angels are very common. I think this one's just plate. You can see where the plating is wearing off. If we hit it with our magnet, yeah, it reacts, and the stone is just glued in. So now, but I would say don't disregard these. I have found these that are gold. Crazy starfish. Again, we're looking at a pin that's glued on, so it's clearly a costume. And I'm just going to start digging. I'm going to say, you know, costume based on the pin, gold plate. Who made it? Avon, maybe? A lot of Avon stuff. Yeah. Now, Avon, if you find Avon stuff and it is sterling, it will tell you it's sterling. That's one of the nice things about Avon. So, costume. Costume. Oh, come on, camera. You can do it. Little, what, poinsettia, maybe? And you can see this is reacting, I think. Enamel and probably rhinestones. You can see how they're all in a little cup. So they're just set down and glued in there, which will tell you it's not gold. Although I will say that one of the things that I found really fun about a lot of this old jewelry is that some of the crazy looking things can be gold. But when you look at the stones will tell you real quick, you know, what's going on. Yeah, that broke off. Looks like we didn't fare super duper well in the mail here. Again, we're looking at stone that is, it's not glued in, but these are very, very thin little, so it's very thin and it's definitely like just glass. I'm betting most of the rest of this will be costumes. We've got costume, clearly based on the pin. Costume, this kind of look is very clearly plated. You have sort of rough, and then it almost gets a soft look to it when the plating is applied. But I don't know, maybe that one's nicer. It looks like it's pretty worn down. But again, I'm hoping that my jewelry people can tell me if there's anything else in here that was really good. Hey, that looks like that's an actual agate. That's nice. We'll set that one aside. Little alligator. I wasn't talking to you, little alligator, but you can come in and say hi if you want to the camera. What did you find? Bugs? Well, it is spring. They are coming out. Again, we're talking about glued in stones. Oh, this is kind of nice. I think this is damascene. Looks like it's actually a clip-on earring. You know what? I hope we can find the other one of those. Just little enamel pins. That's kind of nice. And it's just glued on enamel, so it's not like it's going to be a precious metal, but would that be dogwood maybe? United we stand. Oh, wow, would you look at that? That is better than a lot of the other stuff we've been looking at. I wonder. That is a nice little butterfly. It looks like it's definitely seen better days with the catch. But some of these are silver. Oftentimes silver with gold over the top of them. So this one I'm going to put into our to test pile. We'll see if that's at least silver and if somebody might want to be able to repair something like that. Because I think it's just the pin that needs repairing, if I'm seeing that right. All right, let's continue. Are we missing stones? No, we're not missing stones, but it's definitely a costume piece. Don't see any kind of maker mark on it. More costume. get rid of that bag. I don't think that's making for a good show. All right. Pants. Looks like they're pewter. By JJ. All the stones in there? Yep. Nope. Yep. Set that one in kind of a mid-grade. Somebody might want that. Oh, this is cool. Is it? Yeah, it's missing a series of the little pearls. They're all over in there, but somebody might want to replace those little pearls, maybe. I'm not sure. My jewelry followers will have to tell me what I should do with that one. I'll put that in a slightly better pile. It looks a little nicer to me than the other stuff. Bug. Costume. Oh, a little peacock. Looks newer, kind of low quality with that glued on pin. There's a, oh, is that a goodie? Yeah, little hair barrette. Guessing this thing is just, yeah, just costume. But you know, never, I always take a second look at stuff like this because, boy, you just never know when something that you might think is trash is actually made out of gold. So this is kind of interesting. It looks like a Swift. Like it's supposed to be like any bird folks. I feel like the fork tail and the kind of a swallow or swift look. That is very interesting. I'm going to set that one aside. I like that. Costume. Little banjo man looks like. Bird. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't say anything. Looks like it's got most of its stones though, so we'll set that over there. Ooh, little snake. Sneaky snake. Say anything? Oh, it does. What does it say? It says mandel. And it actually looks like it might have, well, not all of its stones. So these little pearls, I think, are probably pretty replaceable. We'll set that in the slightly nicer pile since it actually has a name on it. Oh, here's another one of those birds. Little clips. A couple little teddy bears. A little gator. Let's check to see if this gator says anything. No, that looks more modern and not very high quality. Little basket of flowers, again, modern. Love. Oh, that's quite the piece of plastic there. All right, let's set those over there. Little rose. Does not look like it's gold, and it does not come up as gold on the magnet. I'm gonna make sure that all these little stones that went missing get back in this bag, because clearly we knocked all sorts of stuff out in shipping. And if anyone wants to repair this stuff, I'd imagine the first thing they're going to want to look through is all the little stones in this bag. What do we got going on here? Oh, that's cool. Little Scotty dog. Hey, are these are marcasite, aren't they? Look at that. Looks like marcasite in brass. That is definitely going in the cool pile. I bet that would polish up something beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna go in our top pile. You know, I have found one of these that was gold once, but most of them are just plate like this. So double check them, but they're usually just plate. Whole lot of costume in this one. Broken. What does it say? Trinity Broadcasting Network. Ooh, look at that. Looks like that was probably gold plated at one point. It's definitely got a little age to it. We'll put that in our cool pile. Nothing. That actually seems to have most of the stones. Oh, what does it say? Sarah Covington, huh? I understand that's somewhat desirable. I do see quite a lot of it, if I'm honest. But then again, collectible markets can be definitely helped when you've got a lot of something. So it looks like, yeah, we've got the poor quality settings here. So that's just another little piece of costume. You can see all these glass or plastic stones are kind of worn down. Oh, that's pretty. It's just plate though, looks like. All right. That's kind of cool. I don't really know what's going on there. It doesn't look like, yeah, it's just steel, I think, but interesting. We'll put that in our kind of neat pile. Oh, this says something. What does it say? That says, oh, wow. I thought this was heavy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We did it, didn't we? Oh, man, I thought this was heavy. Sorry if I made a weird noise there. I hoped, but I dared not tell myself that such a thing could happen. Oh, man. Look at that. All right. We're going to set you right there. You're just going to go right there. We're going to finish this up, and then we'll test you. I'm a little shaky right now. Looks like we're missing a little stone. I hoped, but I didn't think. More costume. Oh, come on, camera. All right. Okay. I think these are both just, well, that's probably brass. That's definitely steel. I guess I should separate you two, huh? Yeah, this is just costume. It's cool, though. Not as cool as that, but it's cool. Got a name there. Napier. I don't know if that's... We'll put that in our... you know what? Our bunny's just going to keep hiding in there, and we'll put that in our kind of cool pile. All right, what is this? Park Lane, huh? We'll put that in our kind of cool pile. And we'll finish this off, and then we'll test. Oh, that's another one of those actual stones. Yeah, that'll go in a pile over here. In fact, I bet you my neighbor will turn that into a bolo, because that is gorgeous, whatever kind of rock that is. Whew. This has been a good eBay day. There's Trifari. Oh, look at that. So we get a name, and we actually have all of our rocks in it. We'll put that into our kind of nice stuff. Don't see a name. I see glued in stones. Yeah. I think. Well, what's this say in the back? Oh, no, that's clear. This pattern is definitely a plate pattern. Okay, just a few more pieces here. We're going to look close, though, because we already got one piece of gold and maybe two. So this says Jerry, but it doesn't look super duper high quality. Yeah, we'll put it over here. Always double check these. You never know when they're going to be gold. This one, though, doesn't. No. That one is not gold, but, you know, worth checking. All right. Love never ends. But I think, yeah, the magnet reacts to it, so it's just plate. That's pretty. And our last piece is very highly magnetic. So, you know, even though it looked pretty good for a second there, that we're looking at some steel involved with it. Now, it says something here. What do you think it says? Because that is an interesting place to say something. Cremants. Aha, that would explain a lot. I will tell you what, when I see the Cremant stuff, I frequently do a double take because it's costume, but it is so dang nice. It's hard to believe they're not using gold. All right, so speaking of gold, what do you folks think? Did we do it? Is this 14K mark real? Let me set up. All right, just like earlier on, we're going to take this and we're going to say, we'll scrape it right here. There we go. But man, I think we're good, actually. So we'll try. Yeah, buddy, what's up? So there's our 14. And then if we use our 18 down here, it should make it go away. Yeah, see how it's fading away right there? See how that's not fading away? So, we did very well in this auction. Very well, I think. Let's weigh it up and find out how well. All right, here we go. Definitely hard to see on this camera, but I'll read it to you here. So we have 10.65. Now I will say too, we have pearls in there, but let's see, what did we do? Because this is 14, so we'll say we got, you know what, we're gonna be super conservative. We'll say that it's 9.5 grams. 9.5 times 93 is about the going rate of gold as of today, times, so that times 0.585, because 14 karat gold is 58.5%. So I think it's about $500 in gold. So I think our $80, when we consider our two pieces of gold, we did good. This was definitely one of my best eBay buys. My son is in the other room saying he needs me. What do you need, buddy? Okay, well, just wait a second. So I think he's playing with his toy kitchen. He probably needs me to come out so he can serve me something. I wanna finish this off by saying that one of the big reasons I actually bought this auction was because I was gambling on this piece. It was in this box. I figured it would be protected, and it looked good. Now, the pictures weren't great, but it looked good. It looked good enough that I figured, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. And part of why I did that was because there was so much other stuff in the lot. And I thought, maybe if that's gold, then something else could be gold. And what I want to leave you with is that just because something is costume jewelry looking, don't disregard it immediately. In this particular piece, part of why I got real excited was because it's heavy. It's very heavy. I mean, it's small, but it's still, 10 grams. And that density is something you really only get with gold. The small but heavy. So if you're picking something up at a garage sale and it looks ridiculous, wildly ridiculous, but it feels unusually heavy, or it looks a little nicer. It's not missing the stones. They seem to have been set in better, or all these little things that tell you, let's have a closer look. Let's really have a closer look. And just because it looks like it's some sort of ridiculous costume jewelry doesn't mean it's not real. And some of your biggest wins can be in that regard. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have yourself a great day.
Like this, I've been Thomas.